Label Radio.
White Label Radio, and we got a legend in the building. My man Lonzo from World Class Record Crew. What up, G?
What up, Doc?
Man, nothing much, man. Thank you for coming through.
I'm glad to be here, man. You know how we do it.
Yes, so let's get right into it. Everybody knows your name from, the Straight Outta Compton movie, N.W.A, Dr. Dre, all that good stuff. Let's go down memory lane and start from the beginning. The beginning, I guess, is the late 70s when you had the club, right?
Oh, I started the club business, man. I started DJing.
Before the club?
For the club.
What year was that?
1976.
Let me get you closer to the mic so we can...
1976, fresh out of high school. I'm an old dude, man.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I got an ARP card and everything.
Okay, before we get... What does an ARP card get you? What did it get you?
Bunch of damn discounts. And shit. It takes a while to even want them things, man, because you get them like, I don't want this. I ain't old. I'm the grandmaster. I'm not old. How they gonna give me no ARP card? But after I got one, okay, cool, I take it.
You appreciate the discount, right?
Yeah.
That's cool. So you started DJing. You said 70.
Straight out of high school, man. I went to broadcast school, learn how to cut tape and all that kind of stuff. I was trained for radio, and then I started doing mobiles in the disco era.
What you from Compton, right?
From Compton.
What school did you go to? High school?
Centennial and Gardena High School.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a double Indian, Apache and Mohican.
A Mohican and Apache.
Yeah.
For all you LA cats out there, you understand that's the mascot for both of those schools.
I
The
just
10
changed
and
tribe,
Gardena, right?
The green tribe to the red tribe.
Red tribe, exactly. Yeah. So you was DJing. What made you want to DJ?
Man, we used to give dances back in the day.
Yeah.
At Campanella Park over in Compton. And I walked up in the dance, 14-year-old kid, and the DJ had this place rocking. I wanted to do what he did. And at that time, there were no mobile DJs. The only time you ever saw a mobile DJ is when you went to a sock hop. Okay? We're talking about back in the day, baby. We're going way back.
The Beatles and stuff like that.
Man, not that far back. I ain't gonna cuss. That far back.
Not that far back.
We're talking about Slave. We talking about Dramatic. We talking about Temptations was broke up by then, okay? But yeah, it was a whole different vibe back then, man. So we would give dances, and they would give dances at my school, St. Albert's and things like that. And that was the only time you ever saw a mobile DJ. Most of them was for radio. And I figured when I went to Gardena High School, they sent out a little thing for what you want to get out of school. I said, I'll take radio. I wanted to be a DJ at the high school, okay?
Wow.
And that's how I got into radio. And then when I got into radio, disco hit around the same time. It's like 75, 76. And the discos was cracking. Everybody was doing the Saturday Night Fever thing,
Yeah.
And there were no black discos.
Okay.
So my partners started giving dances. And they started hiring me as DJ. And that's how I got into the DJ thing. And later I became a promoter. And my old man came home one day and found me with a pile of money, about $600-700 from one of my dancers.
Yeah.
He thought I was selling dope. He about to break me off. I'm like, oh, dude, time out. Don't hurt me right now.
Yeah.
Come to my party next week. You'll see what I'm doing. He came to Alpine Village, which is in Torrance, California.
Yes, it is.
And he saw what I was doing, and he said he got into the business part of it, and just so happened one of his friends had just built a second floor to his nightclub, a banquet hall that wasn't doing anything, and then he hooked me up with his partner, and that was the beginning of Eve After Dark.
And that was in Compton as well too.
It's right near Compton.
Okay.
We technically about half a mile from Compton. We in the unincorporated part of LA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody thinks it's Compton.
Everybody assumes it's Compton because you're from Compton or whatever.
Yeah, because you still go to school in Compton, but you just can't claim a Compton address.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was early 80s?
That was 79.
79.
Yes, sir.
And Eve After Dark was a weekly club, or
every Friday and Saturday for 6 years I rocked that joint, dude.
Wow.
And then we also did outside promotions when we did the Eve After Dark to bring clientele in. We do Alpine Village again, we do the Queen Mary, we do the LA Convention Center, we do the Biltmore Hotel, and because I was in the unincorporated part of LA, I could have after hours. So we didn't wrap up till 6 o'clock in the morning. We do a dance at the Biltmore, wrap up at 1:30, bring the whole crew, the whole dance back to Avalon El Segundo, and go till 6. Charge them another $3.
Wow.
It was a heck of a time, dude. It'll never happen again.
Clearly will not happen again. So where did World Class Wrecking Crew come from?
I started Even After Dark had been around for a while. I think about the third year, things kind of got slow, got a little bored, and I started bringing acts in. First, I brought in Curtis Blow.
Okay.
When all he had was Christmas rapping. He hadn't even done the breaks yet. He was talking about doing the breaks. He played me a demo of the breaks before at Even After Dark.
Oh wow!
And Run DMC, all they had was one song. So me and Russell was on the phone making things happen from the East Coast to the West Coast back then. And I'm like, Run. They did their show. It was 15 minutes.
That's it?
15 minutes, that's it.
So you flew them all the way from the East Coast to
all the
15
way from
minutes.
the East Coast, all the way from the East Coast, bought them plane tickets, put them in a hotel, had to feed them for 2 days, had to babysit them the whole 9 yards for 15 and give them $500 for a 15-minute show. See, this ain't working, okay? So me and the fellas started talking because the tracks, it's like that. Wasn't no complicated track.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. So I started talking to my boys who was in the music industry. And he had a track made for me from Von Mason and crew called Rock Skate Roll Bounce. And me and my fellas did that. This wasn't World Class Record. This was just a DJ. Dre wasn't with us at this time.
Okay.
We was trying to take the Sugar Hill route. Okay?
I got you.
But we never put the record out. Okay.
You never put the record out?
Never put it out.
Do you still have that record?
Still got it. Oh yeah, that's my retirement fund.
I was supposed to say, can we play it? Can we get it?
You know what? I got a bunch of old tapes, man, stashed. I'm gonna have to have them transferred to a playable format because everything is on 2-inch or 1/4 inch or something like that, and nobody really has that no more. So I'm gonna get them all dumped down to maybe a file or a CD.
So if we can help you do that, can we get a copy?
We can talk about that.
We can talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay. I know you probably got some gems in there.
Yeah.
I know you got some gems. I would love to just sit there and be a fly on the wall when the things are getting recorded.
Right on. That'll work. So yeah, after that, man, we got the idea. Hey, man, hip hop was coming to the West Coast. We need to be ready to ride this wave when it comes to the West Coast. So I started prepping for it, and that's what we did. We started doing extra DJ gigs on the side to buy equipment. And bought a drum machine and some other things. We made some other underground records first.
Yeah.
To also help fund our record career, because back then you had to have some cheese to make a record. You couldn't just make a record on your laptop wasn't invented yet.
Yeah. You couldn't make it at the house. You had to go to a real studio.
And pay the engineer a separate fee from the rental. You had to buy tape, roll the tape with $150 for 15 minutes. Yeah, rent the studio. That wasn't including the engineer. So the studio was one price. The engineer was another price. So you ain't got $1,000. You can't make nothing. You can't. That's not including the musicians.
Oh wow! And then pressing up the music after you're done.
Then you got to go to work. Then you got to make labels. Then you got to do the test presses. And if it ain't right, you got to go back and do it again. Okay, now y'all just got to delete. It's a whole different process.
So where did the name World Class Wrecking Crew come from?
My company, my DJ company, originally was named Disco Construction. After the East Coast group Brass Construction. That's one of my favorite bands back in the day.
Okay.
And one of my homies, I had some guys that worked with me that tore down my equipment. Some of the fellows from the neighborhood, right? One of my homies saw him tearing down the equipment. He said, you Disco Construction. Who are they? The Wrecking Crew. And it stuck.
Ah, okay.
So when I moved to Even After Dark, the Wrecking Crew became more popular than Disco Construction. But when we made records and put our first record out as the Wrecking Crew, we found that it was another Wrecking Crew out of Detroit.
Oh, okay.
This is '84, and in LA at that time, that's when we had the Olympics was going down in LA.
'84, yeah.
And I kept hearing this term: world class sprinter, world class swimmer, world class runner, world class this, world class that. So I called my lawyer up and said, "Hey, man, if I add world class and mess up the spelling, would that help us? You stay out of this little copyright thing?" He said, "Yeah, no problem. That's how we got it."
Wow.
World Class Wrecking Crew. That's why I spelled it N-O-G and it's spelled with C-R-U as opposed to C-R-E-W. Yeah.
Okay. And I have a cousin that's been around since the beginning. It was around during that time. He said y'all was getting money. He said he would watch y'all. He said he would watch y'all pull up in 500 Benzes with furs, and then we had Egyptian Lover on the show. last year, and
Egypt
Egyptian
Detroit
lovers was getting. He said, but he said y'all was getting.
Oh, we wasn't broke back then.
Yeah.
But Egypt, see, I had to cut mine against with 3 other cats.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Egypt he was a solo act.
He was a solo act.
He had to break off nobody. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So, he had the 500 for show and the Benz. Okay. He was real with it. He was my boy Pinky from Fridays.
Yeah, yeah.
He was Pinky.
He
was suited every day. He was suited every day.
A fresh curl.
4-5 fresh curls, his own moisturizer and everything. In fact, we had our office at Good Friend Oils. Y'all don't know what Good Friend Oil is.
My mind's talking about Good Friend all the time.
Good Friend Oil was the original blowout for your natural. That was the original spray that kept your natural moisturized. Well, he had
for all you cats, natural is an afro.
Afro, okay.
Afro.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
It's the moisturizer that kept your afro nice and sheen.
Right.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. This is off music. Did you ever participate in the afro contest at the old Wrigley Stadium on the east side?
Nah, I didn't do that.
Okay, because they had the afro contest. My mom went to Fremont High.
Okay.
And she said they had afro contest.
Yeah, right.
Like for the best afro, female or male afro
I
in LA.
participated at my school though.
Oh, so you had one at your school?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I never won because the light skinned cats had the real pretty naturals and big pretty, the semi wavy naturals that be blowing in the wind. Didn't need no blowout or nothing. You know, I had to have a blowout. My sister had to braid my hair up every night. It was a different process back then, Doc.
We taking you guys off subject, but yeah, the natural was the thing back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
But so the Wrecking Crew, you guys started to evolve, and you was the spearhead of the Wrecking Crew. When did Dre come about? And Dre and Yella come about?
Yella came first.
Okay.
One of my DJs left, went to Texas, Dr. Rock, and Yella came in. And about a year later, Dre came in.
What year was this? 87?
About 80. No, about 80. Dre came in for surgery. He was there for surgery, so it had to be like 83.
Oh, okay.
He came in about 83.
Okay.
Yeah. Yella came in about 82. Dre came in about 83.
And how'd you knew Dre from the neighborhood? How did he come into the group?
Oddly enough, this is the part that gets real crazy. Dre and I grew up on the same street.
Oh, really? So y'all live on the same street?
But Dre is 8 years younger than I am. So we didn't play together. We didn't hang out.
Okay.
I knew Dre's uncles and his aunties. Okay, and I knew his dad. So his dad is older than I am, but I have an older sister that they all hung out together. Dre's mom and Dre's dad, they knew my older sister. And when Dre, here goes some crazy stuff right now. When Dre was born, his dad came to my house and told my mom, "Hey, I just had a little boy." And she said, "What's his name?" She said, "Andre." And some people say, "Man, why would you remember that?" That was the first time I'd ever heard the name Andre.
Really?
Okay. I had never heard everybody. I grew up was called Elmer and Mike and Joe and and Bob. I ain't never heard no Andre before, and it just went in one ear and out the other until Dre came up to the club one night with Eazy, and then he reminded me, "Man, my dad is Theodore."
So Dre was already with Eazy before he got in the
They was partners, yeah.
Okay.
They was partners. They came to me at the same time.
Okay.
Trying to get into the club.
Okay.
And it wasn't gonna work at that time because they weren't dressed properly.
The dress code. I
We
heard
had
the dress
codes
code
back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard you had to be suited and booted in your spot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I look like Morris Day. You sure got to look like the time. So that's how we rolled back then.
When did you actually? So you got eventually you put Dre in the group and Yellow was in the group.
Yeah.
So you had 2 DJs.
Actually, we're all technically DJs.
All technically, but
I had
they
2
were
DJs.
they were
Dre-
the 2 DJs,
Right.
and then you was an MC.
Right. I was kind of an MC. People always ask me, "Lonzo, what did you do to become the godfather of West Coast hip hop?" I have 2 answers. I did everything and nothing. Okay. I'm not a DJ MC that you ever hear in a contest. You'll never see me in a DJ battle. But at that time, I had to be Barry Gordy, Don Cornelius, Puffy before Puffy even knew he was going to be Puffy.
Yeah.
And all that combined, because in order to get it done, I had to wear all those different hats.
Yeah.
And I'd be doggone, I'm going to spend all this money and watch you guys have all this fun. So I was already involved in the record business prior to the Eve After Dark, just a little bit from the R&B standpoint.
Uh-huh.
So I knew how to make things happen in the record industry. I've always wanted to be an artist. I can't sing though, so when the hip hop came around, I was like perfect for me.
It's perfect.
Right. I was already a DJ.
Yeah.
But when they got to scratching and stuff, I never really know how to scratch that well because I didn't have to because I had these guys doing it for me.
Yeah.
Because I was handling the money all the time. So my roles were so unique. There was really no title for me at that time. So like I tell people, I was Don Cornelius, Barry Gordy, and Puffy before Puffy was even Puffy.
So when you did perform on the albums, because you did actually.
Oh yeah.
Who did you write your own?
I wrote a lot of my lyrics.
Okay.
The one song I could take total credit for is our biggest hit, which is "Turn Off the Lights." Because just like in the movie, nobody wanted to do "Turn Off the Lights." I had to make them do it.
What made them do it?
I had to bribe them and make them do it because they was trying to change in the middle of the stream, which is cool. But at that time, I didn't have the money to start over again. Okay, I couldn't afford to try and experiment with some new stuff, and I know for a fact our biggest hit, the record that just got us on tour and had us gigging everywhere and all over the radio, was our ballad, "Lovers." Okay, that was when a song people forgot about. That was our biggest hit before "Turn Off the Lights."
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, "Surgery and Juice" was cool. Okay, they were cool, but when it came to radio and getting us the most gigs and the most response, it was "Lovers" by World Class Wrecking Crew. After we had, they always called it. It said it was like the Floaters. It was 4 guys and a girl singing in the middle. Same exact format as "Turn Off the Lights."
Yeah.
So when I had the idea to make another single, I went with what I felt was going to be best at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, which was "Turn Off the Lights." Nobody wanted to do it, so I wrote the whole song. In fact, I tell the story all the time. When I did it, I was coming out to Compton swap meet, dropping off some records.
Okay.
And everything just came to me, just like you ever get sick, man? You just you throwing up or something, you just can't stop.
Yeah.
I wrote everybody's lyrics on one of those sleeves on a record. Took it to Dre. Dre had this beat. He had been playing with the studio for a while, and I said, "This is the song we're gonna do." "Oh man, we ain't doing this." "Yes, we are. That's my last $5,000. It was $5,000 to make a single back then.
So Dre produced it.
Dre produced it, yes. Yeah.
And you said you bribed him. What did you do to bribe him?
I had to give him a couple of dollars because our contract was up. "Oh man, I ain't got this, I ain't got that." Here goes some money. Get in the studio, do your part, and shortly after that, we broke up.
Wow. So that was the swan song.
That was it. In fact, that record has never been performed by the original people on the album. Michel'le never sang it with us. Dre Yeller and myself, Noah Shakespeare, performed it together.
And after that record comes out and they break up and do their thing, what did you do?
Got upset. Sat around the house for a minute, moping. So I got depressed, man.
Yeah.
I got depressed, and the record blew up, and I went into Prince mode for a minute. I'm getting phone calls to do gigs. I don't want to do gigs. No, I'm not doing no gigs. I ain't got no group. I ain't tripping. I'm thinking, this buddy gonna come forever. Okay?
Yeah.
And Jerry Heller, who was my manager at the time, before he managed Eazy E, before he managed N.W.A, he called me up and said, "Hey man, you get an offer for $7,500, $10,000 a night. You sure you want to keep doing this right here? You might want to grab some more fellas and go get this money." And I said, "You know something? How much are you offering?" Because first I was getting like $2,500, $3,500, but now we got all over the radio. Man, they offering you $75,000 and $10,000, dude. You might want $10,000. I can stop being depressed. Okay?
Yeah.
And I grabbed some local cats. People don't know this. I grabbed my boy Battle Cat when he
DJ Battle Cat.
DJ Battle Cat when he was a youngster.
Okay.
And this brother named Richie Rich, and we hit the road.
So Battle Cat was part of
the World Class Record
Crew.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I got pictures of it. I did one of his first songs. Yeah, people don't understand. People keep saying, "Why are you the godfather of West Coast hip hop?" There's not many people on the West Coast I have not been involved in some way, form, or fashion. It's very few people. I can name you a handful of people who I've not been involved with. DJ Quick is probably one of them. DJ Quick and his camp. But Compton's Most Wanted, King T, Radio and Joe Cooley, LA Dream Team. I have a connection with all these folks. There's a reason why I had that title, because I've done things to assist their careers in some way, form, or fashion.
And of course, one of the biggest ones of all is Dr. Dre.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
of course.
Right now, the next big wave is going to be Michel'le. There's a couple of different projects coming out of Michel'le. They're doing a A&E documentary and a Lifetime movie on her.
Okay.
And they just interviewed me at my house last week for her documentary. And you know, it's funny, and that's probably one of my pet peeves right now. We're doing the interview. They're at my house for 3 hours. Got the camera. My house looked like a movie set, right? I get in my car. I'm making a run, and I hear on the news, hey, they're doing a documentary on Michel'le and a Lifetime story about her life with Dr. Dre. That's cool, and how she was discovered by Eazy E. Like what? Here we go again. They
trying to cut you out the mix.
I'm like, Birdman, put some respect on mine, man. Put some respect on mine, okay?
That's crazy.
I didn't do this right just for somebody just take it from me.
Yeah, no.
That's very disrespectful, man. And it's just amazing how you'll give credit to somebody who's not even live. No disrespect to Eazy whatsoever. Eazy did a lot of great stuff, but he didn't discover Michel'le. He didn't discover Dr. Dre. Just like Columbus didn't discover America. It was somebody already standing here when he got here.
Yeah.
Okay. So how you gonna discover somebody on my hit record?
Yeah.
I did not have her signed to a contract, just like I did with Mona Lisa. She was work for hire. Okay. She was work for hire. She sang that hook. She sang them 16 bars. Here's your money, go. Just like anybody. She was a featured artist, put it that way. Just like so many people are featured on different songs right to this day. That's a big thing today, featuring so-and-so.
Yeah.
She was featured. It was her first time in the studio.
Okay.
Never recorded before in her life. And when they heard her on my record, word got out that whoever had her signed to a record deal had a record deal waiting for him at Atlantic Records. Well, by this time, what I didn't know is Dre had been slipping her the world-class, doing the world-class surgery with her. And my influence was null and void.
Yeah.
I ain't mad about that. Just give me mine. Put some respect on mine. That's all. That's all I ask for, baby.
So I have a question that we've had Jerry Heller on the show a couple times. He actually came before the movie came out, and then after the movie he came to talk about it, whatever. And he said that Eazy paid you $700 so you can introduce him, Eazy E, to Jerry Heller at Michel'le. Is that true?
Where the camera at?
the camera right there.
Look here, camera. Check this out.
Talking to Mike though. I mean, he's talking to Mike.
Check this out.
Okay.
Contrary to the movie,
yes.
When Dre went to jail, Lonzo got him out twice.
Okay.
Eazy got him out on the third time.
Yes. Okay.
Because I had no use for him at that time. We didn't have no gigs, no studio time booked. We wasn't going nowhere. Look, bro, you've been in jail twice in the past 2 or 3 months. Either you've made some friends, or you think these folks is playing with you.
Yeah.
So I didn't get him out. He called a house, collect, whine, trying to get him out. I told his girlfriend Vetta. Vetta got hooked up with Eazy. Okay, he gets him out of jail. They cut a deal that Dre would do some tracks for Eazy in my studio. Okay.
Yes.
Dre does the tracks for Eazy, but I explained to Eazy, and I'm gonna tell the public again. Dre went to jail. Lonzo didn't.
You got to pay me.
You got to pay me for the studio time.
Yes.
Okay. You owe me for the studio time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Simple mathematics.
Simple mathematics. Bro. You can use my drum machine. He can play the beats. I don't care. But when you push record on the machine, that's mine. Okay.
Yeah.
Eazy don't like paying people. Didn't like paying people. Eazy would walk around. Well, first of all, Eazy was a dope dealer.
Yeah.
He played everybody like crackheads. Okay.
Everybody was smoking.
As far as he concerned, everybody's smoking. Okay. If he owe you 500, he want to give you 15. Okay. If he owe you 1,000, he want to give you 100. No, give me my money. Okay. Give me my money. Okay. And so Eazy and I bumped heads on this. Okay.
Yeah.
So it got to the point. Eazy didn't carry his money in his pockets. He carried his money in his socks.
In his sock. Yeah.
It looked like he had on an ankle bracelet most of the time. Eazy, hit your socks, give me my money. Oh man, I give you something. I break you off $30. No. When you decide to give me all my money, you come talk to me. Okay. So all of a sudden now, Dre has pumped up Jerry Heller to Eazy like he's a newcomer in Christ. Okay. Eazy has to meet Jerry Heller.
So wait, so contrary to what's been told, Dre pumped up Jerry to Eazy.
Quick backstory.
Okay.
We were signed to CBS.
Uh-huh.
We got our check. We was about $6,000 short on the check.
Yeah.
We couldn't figure out what the money was because I studio time. We 6,000 short.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody at CBS know where the money is. I hadn't signed to Jerry Heller yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I called Jerry, told him what happened. He said he was trying to be my manager. We hadn't signed with him yet.
Yeah.
He's trying to be my manager. So I said, tell you what, we got a problem. We short some money. So Jerry makes some phone calls. He finds out what the $6,000 is.
Uh-huh.
It's at the union. After, okay. Dre didn't went through all their money. When Jerry comes back, we go down to the union, sign off on these union papers. They give us another $1,500 apiece. As far as Dre and Yeller was concerned, Jerry Heller was oh my God, Jerry Heller. So this is how he got pumped up to Eazy. So Eazy wants to meet Jerry Heller. Okay. Well, I got the key to Jerry Heller. Okay.
Yeah.
Jerry Heller wasn't walking to no warehouse helping carry no records. Jerry Heller ain't carry no records. Okay. It ain't like that.
He didn't have an office at Michel'le?
He had an office, but it wasn't like he was walking through the warehouse helping people box up records. Okay.
Yeah.
No. It don't go like that. Okay. So Eazy is sweating me to meet Jerry. Eazy, I need my money. Okay. Oh man, when you talk to me about my money, then I'll talk to you about meeting Jerry. All right, I'll give you your money. Hold on. You gonna pay me, but you gonna give me my money just so I can do you a favor. You got to make it sweeter than that, baby. You got to come correct.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll give you another $250. Now we talking. So I got $750. I got the $500 he owed me, plus a $250 bonus to make the transaction happen.
Yeah.
So now I got incentive and motivation to go holler at Jerry. And I hollered at Jerry 2 or 3 times passed by. He didn't want to talk to him. I said, look, man, this guy's sweating me. Gave me a couple of dollars. I want you to go take the meeting to see what's happening. He takes the meeting. After the meeting, he's like, contrary to popular belief, okay? He's like, man, what you think about this? What you mean? My job was to hook y'all up. The group is a black group called Niggas with Attitudes. How should I handle this? I say very carefully, okay? I'm a Jewish guy. I say, hey, be careful. So all that, I saw stars and stripes and the sun spotted and the seeds parted. Oh no, okay? Miss me with that, all right?
Yeah.
Miss me with that. Man, look here, dude. I get excited talking about this, for one, because I can tell by your face, you ain't never heard this side of the story before.
No, I haven't.
That's why in my book I tell these stories, okay? And
but your book is called Not Without Alonzo.
NWA, Not Without Alonzo.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is in stores now.
It's in stores on Amazon. It's on my website. You go to my website, LonzoWilliams.com. I will send you an autographed copy. It's only $15 plus shipping. If you want to kick another $4, I got a DVD called Once Upon a Time in Compton I put on there as well.
Okay. Nice.
But that's only available on my website. Okay. You go to Amazon and get copies all day long. My name I can't sign it for you. Okay. Yeah. So, but it's just amazing. And that's why I had to step up, man, and speak, because I really ain't tripping. But when I'm sitting right here and it's like, I can't let y'all allow me like that. You just gonna wipe me off the face of history. I'm not gonna let you do me like that, okay? You can't. I'm not that guy, okay?
So was it true once everything was said and done and they started to recording the music, you told them that it wasn't gonna work?
Not true.
Okay.
Not true. Absolutely not true. When Dre walked in the house, because the studio's in the backyard, we at the house, we had my dining room table where we always kicked it at. Dre walks in the house giggling and laughing. Okay? Man, check this out. And he puts it in the stereo. Okay? Everybody in the room, and I swear on everything I love, I got 4 grandchildren. Okay? This is honest to God truth. Okay? Everybody was like, oh man, that ain't gonna work. Everybody else. And the only person, again, everything I love, man.